Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Man, let's talk about apparently, I forgot, I think I did a video on this too, and I forgot this was a thing, which I'm kind of thinking like, why didn't Rayo just fight Isaac Cruz? But nonetheless, apparently Gary Antuanne Russell and Rayo Valenzuela is still on track. That happened March 1st, I believe, on the Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach card. So I'm guessing that's probably going to be the co-feature. I think somebody released the full card. Or was it the David card? I can't remember. Whatever card Figueroa and Folding on, that's the card. That's the card until I seen on social media, which I don't know if it really not. But let's speak on it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I would have rather fought Cruz again if I was Rayo Venezuela. For the most part, people don't know who Gary Antuanne Russell is. But then again, you had great practice fighting another wild and crazy fighter in Isaac Cruz. Gary Antuanne Russell, he's a bigger guy, better pedigree, but as a professional, he been wild. For a guy to be so book smart, I mean, I see that all the time with young, gifted athletes. You see that with pitchers, young pitchers who can throw fast, and you know, you try to get them to learn how to take something off and throw off-speed pitches, but they just think they can get by with their big arm. It's, you know, at some point they learn. Or at some point, it's a lot of guys that throw their arm out and get out the league. Or some of these dudes end up getting Tommy John surgery, or their arm be hurting a lot, and then they figure out, like, they get the message. Something traumatic got to happen for them to get the message to learn to start to throw off-speed punches. off-speed balls. Same thing in the football as quarterback. You had these quarterbacks that, you know, Stafford was a guy I watched for years in Detroit who liked to throw everything at 100 miles an hour. He'd throw a deep ball. He just throw a straight 60-yard rocket on the line. And, you know, as he got older, he's learned to take something off his ball, how to put touch on his throws. You know, so yeah, I mean, you just got to kind of understand that part of the game. Gary Antuanne Russell, that loss may have been very, very good for him to learn that, hey, guess what? He got offended when the dude from Fight Hype told him that people in the media room after his last loss, he reminded them of Sean Porter. He got offended and started dissing Sean Porter. He was like, I ain't no fucking Sean Porter. I got more tools, but you're not showing them. In that Puello fight, you kept running into punches. You didn't do anything different. You kept your head on the line. One thing about his brother, it seemed like his brother fought the same fight, but his brother was winning. Gary Russell Jr., he was winning. But when he got compromised with his arm versus Mark Mayaxo, Gary Russell showed another side of his skill set. He started moving his head. He started being slick. He started bobbing and weaving and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? He showed some things that he didn't have to show in previous fights. So, you know, Gary Antuanne Russell, he young, but he didn't show that. He didn't show he can move his head. He coming in on a straight line, being wild and crazy and aggressive. So what you get, you got Isaac Cruz who does the same thing. So basically, Rayo Venezuela is continuing the camp, you know, an extended camp from the Cruz to the Russell fight. They fight the very same way. Russell was a thicker, bigger kid. No Diddy and punch harder. But it's the same thing. You just want to box. Box and hold niggas like that. The little Gary Russell, little T-Rex arm they found. Box and hold. Let him run into your punches. Don't even try to load up. When you start loading up versus guys like that, they hit you with crazy shit. Just be respectable. And I heard some things going on with Rayo and Jose Benavidez Sr. behind the scenes. I'm not gonna speak on that because, you know, but I heard some things that's deeper than what people know in that breakup. And like I said before, always learn your business, dog. Learn how your business run. See, you know, audit your managers. Watch what your managers are doing. You know, I know fighters, you know, managers that did side deals with a lot of these dudes. Remember, I told you I had a homie, and he got a plumbing business out there in LA and shit. I gotta tap in with him and shit. Fuck. Yeah, I gotta tap in with him and shit. Cause I ain't spoke to him in a while. And he was saying that he was trying to get his patch on Brian Castano's trunks. I believe it was for the Charlo fight. Don't quote me on that. And the dude told him, like, I forget, like 10 G's or something like that. But he was gonna take 10 G's off the top and get Castano's 5. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. Let me just say allegedly. So that's how they operate. So you gotta, I understand the middleman charge fee and all that type shit. I get it. I really do. So yeah, you gotta just make sure you learn the integral part of the business. And one of the reasons that kind of piqued my interest was when I seen the Bob Ross story. You know, when I seen that Bob Ross story, yeah, that piqued my interest on Netflix. But you know, nonetheless, it is what it is. So I'm surprised he really took that fight, to be real. Honestly, I'm very surprised he took that fight. I'm very surprised. I feel like you should have just rematched Cruz. Gary Antuanne coming off a loss and he getting a title shot in the WBA is crazy. Is it not? That's what I'm asking. Is it not too crazy? Is it not kind of, you know, what it is? And maybe I'm tripping. Maybe he just looking at it as easy work. Maybe they financially paid him. Maybe that's the only option that he had. You know? So I don't know. But to me, that's a very, very risky fight. Gary Antuanne Russell was a guy that beat Boots like 2 or 3 times to win the Nationals or something like that. Had to come back. Lost him the first time. I think had to beat him 2 times in a row or something like that. So yeah, that's it. That's an interesting fight. Very interesting fight. That's a tough rematch, you know. But also, it's a lot of pressure on Gary Antuanne Russell. You lose this fight, 2 championship fights, and maybe people start looking at you as a young journeyman. Also, when Tevin Farmer lost some fights early in his career, they wasn't world level championship, but he came back, took the sport serious, and he thrived. Maybe just, you know, pressure. Everybody look at pressure, all the pressure. Sometimes pressure brings the best out of people. Sometimes you get the best version of somebody when they're under the most pressure. So that's the crazy thing. Sometimes you get the best version of somebody when they're under the most pressure. So, you know, obviously, you see. I was looking like, damn, I forgot. I think I did a video talking about this was a fight that was on the deck. Like I said before, it's a very interesting fight. It's a very interesting fight. This is one of those fights where you don't even see the police right there. This is one of those fights where, you know, yeah, now you see him. I ain't see him neither. I've been behind them for a second. I didn't see him either. I swear to God, I did not see him. I was looking dead at it. I was like, man, is that the police? I didn't see him either. Yeah, I look like, you know, I thought he could sometimes be the roadside people or something like that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, is that the po-pos? Shit, nigga speed past the po-po. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. That's some funny shit, bro. Oh, he's probably on the phone or some shit, but like I said before, I gotta go to work or some shit. What you gonna do? I could probably, they got Tim Hortons and not Dunkin' Donuts. On the West, people don't know what Tim Hortons is. Nigga town was like, CJ, I ain't never heard of Tim Hortons. It's really a Canadian thing. Yeah, it's really a Canadian thing. Like how we got McDonald's on every corner in America, damn near. They got Tim Hortons on every corner. You know what I'm saying? I was driving to Toronto. We driving to Toronto. They had Tim Hortons on every corner. God damn, Tim Hortons good. My cousin come up here. He loved it. They donut holes. You know, every time he come over here, my dad would take him to get donut holes. He come up here every summer. So yeah, but yeah, man, I was surprised that fight was still on, man. That kind of shocked me a little bit, man. I forgot about it. I'm like, man, that's maybe it's just a rumor. That's a Boxing Scene had an article on it. That's a very, very tough fight, man. That's a very, very tough fight. Very tough fight, man. I'm telling you, man. Rayo win this. Rayo building quite the resume and quite the character, man. The loss can't stop shit. So I root for Rayo, man. He seemed like everything I hear, he seemed like a very nice and humble guy, man. He's a guy, one of the few guys I wouldn't mind interviewing. I like Rayo. I root for Rayo. You know, since y'all, you know, I root for Rayo. So that's my opinion, man. Best of luck to both of them. I'm definitely want to tune in. If I don't see none of that card, that's the one fight I really am to see. I think that's a great mesh of styles. But I think, you know, for the most part, Gary Antuanne Russell don't show nothing different. It's just a continuation of what he fought at Eastside Cruz. Bigger fighter, a little bit more skill, or a little bit, you know, better puncher, more skill. It's the same game plan. And walk this motherfucker into shots. I think if we're able to sneak a body shot in there, you have a lot of success here and there. So, yeah, hit the boxingnews.com and Boxing News playlist. Shout out to Boxing Scene for the article. Kind of went under the radar. It kind of piqued my interest. So, I made sure I got to this morning. So, I don't know when y'all see it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Friday. So, maybe Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify.